Hey guys, I'm Bob with Metza Machines, and today we're going to do a quick test run of this Japa 365 Pro Plus. It's a BE version, so it's got a gas engine on it, and this is the facelift version. You may have seen in our last video, we did some explanations regarding the facelift version. But this one is heading out to northern Minnesota, and we've got it equipped with the 4-way knife right now. We're gonna run the 6-way knife and the 8-way knife as well. We're gonna just run the logs off of this rack. This is the 422 mid-range rack. And this whole package is going to the customer. This has been a really popular package for us, stationary unit without the road axle, but it still has pallet fork pockets on it to move it around the yard if you need to. You got joystick control of the saw, the infeed. You can run the outfeed or the infeed backwards. You've got speed control on the outfeed conveyor. We've got mechanical pivot on the outfeed conveyor, so you can slew it forward and back. And this one, all the 365s that we bring into the US come with the hydraulic oil cooler as standard equipment. So if you're really flying through the wood, you don't have to worry about your hydraulic oil getting too hot. And yeah, we're gonna run some firewood through this thing today. We'll see how long it takes to run. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 logs. We're gonna make smaller splits. That's what our customers like here when we sell the firewood, and show you what this machine's all about. All right, so that was a quick run with this new 365 Plus Pro. I think that was like 7 or 8 logs, and we filled up 2 of our crates. There's something I want to point out with this is on the Pluses, and the old 365s used to have a shelf that this arm would lay on, and they got away from that because that shelf would stick out far enough, and sometimes the log would bind on it. So the shelf is gone, and now this is suspended from above with a chain. And I've noticed that if you have it as low as the chain will go, it's actually putting this stopper more at an angle like this. And what that does is when the log comes in, the log has a tendency to hit that, and then it's kind of binding on this instead of falling straight down. So what I do is I go up 1 link, and so if you're looking from there, you can see that this log stopper arm is not sitting level right now. But what I've noticed is, this does cam out of the way when you use the saw, but what I've noticed is the logs fall a lot more freely into the split chamber now when we just have that extra link of lift there. So that's something I would recommend on any of these 365 Pro or Basic Plus machines. That really helps, like I said, avoid issue with the log staying here, you know, and then the splitter engaging because it didn't fall all the way. So there's one other thing I wanted to make a point of on these facelift machines. So they don't have that silver knob anymore that adjusts the saw come down pressure. It's automatic. And you'll notice in the video that we did just now, with that automatic pressure valve on the saw come down pressure, when you go all the way, it's going to give as much power as it can to the saw coming down. When you pull down on this all the way, you can really bog down the machine, especially when the oil's cold. So what I do is I'll feather it a little bit. The throw on this is really nice, so it's easy to do that. So you can give the saw, like, you know, half power, and then as you're like almost halfway through the log, then you can pull it down all the way. As the oil gets warmed up and as the machine runs more, then it's not an issue. But it's something worth mentioning because it does make you can go faster if you feather this just a little bit. I wanted to point that out. Right now you can hear the hydraulic fan still running. They typically run, you know, 3-4 minutes after you turn the processor off, and that's no big deal. It's not enough to kill the battery, but all of the gas engine machines now do have a battery disconnect on them, so you can turn off the main disconnect and that'll kill the engine and the hydraulic oil cooler. So you don't have to worry about it if it's going to be sitting out, let's say, in the hot sun. And on that subject, we went from winter to July weather here. It's going to be 80 degrees today, so I'm starting to break a sweat, but not much because I get to use the Japa to make some firewood. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to get back on track with our video schedule because we actually have some decent weather to work with. And leave your comments in the comments section and let us know what you'd like to see on the next one.